What is up, my people? JaxB.TheRipper here. So I have an interesting topic to talk about. I don't know if this is going to be Ripper news or not, because I really don't want to pay attention to that much of the news in general. But this one was like, we need to talk about this, because, people are broke and you shouldn't be charging this much. I'm sorry. I mean, we already talked about ticket prices. Many people have talked about ticket prices in the past. Now let's talk about merch prices. On X and TikTok, something blew up about a fan. He went to the Bring Me to the Horizon and Motionless in White tour. They did a part 2 technically. I guess it was more for the East Coast. I went to the one obviously to the West Coast. And I don't remember if it was like Madison Square Garden. I'm not sure exactly where, but this must have been like 3 days ago when I heard the news. Apparently, Motionless in White was selling a hoodie for $150. $150. This isn't a puffer jacket. This isn't a Letterman's jacket. This is probably a zip-up one, a really thin zip-up one, And as someone who saw the ones in October of 2025, it was very simple art. It was literally like, like how the Nightmare Before Christmas has that little swirly, the little black and white line. It was something like that, but even more basic, and just with the Motionless in White logo in front right here. Now, what Chris Motionless responded back, because obviously the fan was like, "Are you serious?" And the fan and Chris Motionless replied back saying like, how this works is basically they're price matching. Like, no, I don't think you guys know what price matching is. Go to Walmart, they'll tell you what price matching is. So basically what it is, if I'm hearing this correctly, somebody could correct me if I'm wrong. Go ahead down in the comments. I don't care. I'm just going by what I heard and what I think I made of this. But what it is like, the band ahead of you, obviously Bring Me the Horizon, right? Whatever they're charging, you have to match their prices for their hoodie or their shirts or more. That's not... Go to Walmart, they'll teach you how to price match, okay? You are not having me bring up Walmart here, no. Okay, look, come on, people. What are we already been complaining about ticket prices for probably 20 years now. And how ridiculous it is. No, let's go back to the Nirvana days. Even he was complaining about $45 a show that Madonna was charging. This is ridiculous now, and I hate to say this, but we need to like stop. Now I get it. You guys are like, Jax, Motionless in White and Bring Me the Horizon are like super mainstream bands. We don't really need to support them. We can support the smaller ones. The smaller ones have gotten up there, you guys. Have you been to their websites? Okay, I'm not going to say I've been to like every website, but like, have you been to some of their websites? It's like they're charging $35 to $45 a t-shirt. I could go to Hollywood. Oh my God, what was the name of that Hollywood store like going to? I'll put the name right here. You go there, their licensed shirts and everything, they're like between $25 to $27 a shirt. And that's because back then, 10 to 15 years ago, they were $20. So they haven't gone up that much. So that's just usually where I get my merch at. I don't really buy it through the websites. I try not to. And I get it, the websites and Bandcamp and all that, they charge like all this probably ridiculous fees on top, like if they're fucking DoorDash or something. But when are we going to say stop? When are we going? And I know it's not Motionless in White's fault. I'm not trying to blame them. It's the ones higher up above them. Like, why do you need to charge this much? Why? And I don't even know why I'm asking that question. People are going to be like, well, the rent, the space, and then yeah, it's like, yeah, and then there's all these fees that we don't even know where these fees are going to. That's why it's like, I hate to say this, but we really, it's the same thing with the Starbucks thing. Like, people are like, they're going to charge you $9 for like a basic size now because of the interaction you get with the barista. They don't have fucking time to interact with me, and I don't got time to interact with them. Okay, it's Starbucks. Like, come on. There's no reason you should be charging that much. It's just people, I'm just saying, things are getting out of hand. We need to know when to say no. We just do. Okay, maybe the smaller bands, it is different. Maybe it is. I haven't been to their websites. I can't fucking tell you that. I'm just speaking on this. But regardless, people are still going to want to go to the bigger shows and everything. You want to go see your band, fine, but it's like, is it really worth getting the merch now? And I know you guys are like, it has the tour dates and it's limited edition. Look, if you go on Motionless, and I'm just using them for an example because this is the example of it. If you go on there, their hoodies are like $70. and yet you're charging $150 for a hoodie. But I'm sorry, at the end of the day, this is, you know, people in like China or Guatemala or whatever that made this for like 10 cents and you're charging how much? Like, no, dude, no. I'm kind of sick of it already. Maybe it's a good time for me to be on unemployment so I don't have to support this. Man, I don't know. You guys do you. I'm just saying, I think that's like, you know, a really slap to the face. Especially because like 95 or 98% of their fans are like paycheck to paycheck. And that's fine. That's what makes the world go round. It's fine. Nothing wrong with it. But yeah, no, I just wanted to let that out. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just going to call it a rant, whatever. Anyways, you guys, thanks for hearing this, my TED Talk. And here you go. Salud. And anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, I want to add one more thing. Enough with the pre-selling. Enough with the It's not enough that triggers me. If you saw my short that I posted up not too long ago about that, it triggers me because I used to work at Macy's and they pushed the living fuck on pre-sale. If it wasn't for the brand I was working, it was just a Macy's sale, which was like every 2 weeks, okay? We don't need a pre-sale on a long sleeve. I'm sorry. Just make enough or don't. I don't do the whole tally up. Well, let's see how many people are going to order. Like, no. Because even, look, I know people were saying I might as well just put you guys back down. They're not going to be ready till like 6 months later. It's like it's not even like a month later. It's like 6. If you had told me a month, I would have been like, okay, cool. But 6 months? Really? Like, I'm tired. I'm tired of that shit. Like, it's not enough, like I said, it brings PTSD from back in the day when I used to have to work in the counters. And it makes no sense. Stop doing that. It's like, because they're not going to charge you. They either will charge you, it's different for everyone, I noticed. Like, either they will charge you on the spot, or they won't charge you till like 6 months later. They just have your card on hold, which I don't like that shit either. But it's just, I feel like that's almost like a cheap way for them to doing like, well, let's see how many people really do need this or really want this, and we'll just make that much. Which I don't think is true anyways, because one time it was the Motionless in White, the one where they had Jigglypuff, but they had the Pokemon ones basically, right? They were limited edition, and I wanted them obviously, and they were for pre-sale, and they announced it like all last minute and everything, right? Because that's how you get people. And when they were already like low on certain size, so I was like, yeah, no, like don't give me that bullshit. But anyways, I don't know. It's just I'm tired of the game. I'm tired. As much as I love to collect merch and everything, I'm taking a break. Anyways, this time is goodbye for you. Bye.